Saggies, this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Saggies, in today's reading, I am going to give you two of the Denise Lynn Oracle cards, which is this one. Then I'm going to do your reading and then clarify it. Thank you so much for returning to see my videos. I appreciate it, you guys. If you have any friends and family, really tell them to support my channel. I appreciate that also. My computer went out because that's why I couldn't do last week's readings, but I am back. Got this situation taken care of. All right, Saggy, so let's see what's going on with your reading. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Sagittarius spirit. Sagittarius. For their highest good. This is for their highest good. Two cards for Sagittarius. For their highest good. This is for Sagittarius. Okay. Wow. Okay. So you have grounding. Go deep and explore your roots. And then, so really try to ground yourself, you guys. If you're on the spiritual path, which most of you are because you're looking at these tarot readings, it's really good to ground yourself, you know, and there's so many ways that you can ground yourself. It's really about quieting the mind and breathing so that you calm your nervous system, so you calm your body, you know, so you can really see all the messages that are coming through for you. Because you are very divinely guided also, Saggies. You also have desert passage. Trust there's a divine plan, definitely. Even though you may not think that where you're at, you know, that, you know, it doesn't seem like things are going to be lifted or things are not going the way you planned. You know, just know that there is definitely a divine plan here. This is the path that you're supposed to be on, definitely. Okay, so let us see what is going on, Saggies, Sagittarius. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Sagittarius spirit. Just shuffle them one more time just to be safe. All right. One card for the current. This is for Saggies. One. Oh, okay. Oh, put that one there. One for the situation. Right. One for the past. One for the what's hidden. One for the hopes and fears. These cards so beautiful. My goodness, they're so vibrant. I love the colors. One for the what you need to do now, what you need to work on, and the outcome. Wow. Okay, let me just scoot this over here. Hopefully you guys can see everything. All right, so you do okay, so you do start off with the Ten of Cups, which is really nice. I love that card. Beautiful card. With the Ten of Cups, I feel like you're you're trying to move forward. There's happiness, or you're thinking positive. You know, you're moving towards that happiness, and that's what you want, happiness. You have the Two of Cups for the situation. There could be some kind of offer coming in to you. There could be there's also a connection here. I also feel like you're connecting with your higher self. You're like your intuitive, spiritual way. I also feel like there is a decision that you could be making also. Then you have the Seven of Cups here. You had to. There's a decision right there. So you're making a decision of some kind, or you had to make a decision because this is past tense. They want you to be real. If you're making a decision, really be real about it. Really trust your higher self, trust your intuition about it, okay? And that's in the past. And we have the World card here for what's hidden. The World card is talking about that you're entering a new cycle. So it's just very nice. It's really good. You're leveling up. Very nice. You have the Eight of Cups down here for the hopes and fears. There was something that you're walking away from. You're going in a totally new direction. You know, you're also could be going in on a spiritual journey, which is, you know, making you really see things clearly, the truth, you know, seeing things and connecting everything, you know, so very nice, very nice. And then you have the Three of Cups here for what you need to do now. You have a lot of friends and family, and you're very supported by them. They want you to have fun. There's celebration here. There's togetherness also. And then you have the Strength card here. The Strength card is talking about, you know, finding your strength, your confidence, and your courage. We'll see why it's here. Then for the outcome, you know, you have the Six of Cups, and you're being very nostalgic about things. You could also be going through a healing, you know, from different things that are going on. You're healing from it, being very nostalgic, thinking about the past, your memories, your childhood friends or family, things like that. All right, so let's see what's going on for you, Sagittarius. Let me just shuffle this really quick for you. All right. Take what resonates with you, Sagittarius, and leave the rest, okay? This is for Sagittarius spirit. For their highest good. Why is the Ten of Cups here? Wow, one more card. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful, you guys. Woo, that's nice. All right, so you not only have the Ten of Cups here, but you have it again here. Same position, two different decks. Very beautiful. Love it. There are going to be breakthroughs here. There's clarity here. My goodness, you're moving towards happiness. You can't ask more than that. You know, you're moving towards happiness. You're thinking positive. You know, you're definitely going to be, you're very in that emotional state right now where you're very happy, which is very nice with your loved ones, your family. There is you're very strong because the Ace of Swords is here. When the Ace of Swords shows up, you know, there's a lot of truth, a lot of clarity, understanding, you know, a lot of breakthroughs also here. Very nice. I love that. That's beautiful. Very nice. All right. So then you have the Two of Cups. And why is the Two of Cups here? For Sagittarius. Why is the Two of Cups here? One more card. So you have the Knight of Cups, and you also have the Judgment. Okay. So definitely you're going through some kind of spiritual journey here, because you do have a lot of the spiritual cards that, you know, point to that. I do feel, and you're very divinely guided. I don't know if you could see that, the little angel on there. He's like the Archangel Gabriel is there, you know, shouting out his horn. You know, there's definitely a lot of change here you're going through. You're changing within you and around you. I feel like you need to follow your heart, you know, because it's showing up as, you know, the Knight of Cups. I feel like you really need to trust your intuition, follow your heart, pay attention to all these intuitive messages that are coming in, especially now, like here, you know, because I mean, you don't get this for no reason. You're changing. You're changing along with this spiritual journey. Like, you're really finding out truth. You're really, you know, going in this direction. They're asking you to believe in yourself, with the Knight of Cups, also trusting your intuition and listening to your heart. You know, they want you to make decisions from your heart. There's a lot of ideas here. They want you to be patient. There's a lot of you could also be starting new projects also. And like I said, there's an offer coming in, and you're connecting with your higher self. So it's beautiful, very beautiful. You have the Seven of Cups for the past, and the Seven of Cups is talking about making decisions, you know, not giving up on your dreams and what you want to create. Like, if you're going to school and it's taking so much time from you and you feel like giving up or something like that, you know, don't give up. Don't give up on your dreams, because it's going to come in. You know, it's just, you know, we all have to go through the process at times. Okay. So they want you to be real. They want you to stick with it and believe in yourself. Okay. They have the World card here. And why is the World card here, and what's hidden? One more card. Wow. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so you definitely with the world card here, you're definitely going through a new level, a new cycle, um, which is nice. You know, the next level. You know, it's like a new beginning for all of us, for all you Saggies. You know, you also have the Seven of Pentacles here, and the Seven of Pentacles saying that, you know, you're looking at things very differently now. You know, you're not looking at them the same like you used to. You know, you're starting to make choices, you're breaking out of your shell, you're starting to speak up. You know, things are changing, you know, because you have the Judgment here. And you're also letting go of this past. You know, the Four of Pentacles is here. When the Four of Pentacles shows up, it's like, you know, you need to start saving money, of course, you know, whenever you can. You know, keep going. You're not, you know, you're stabilizing your finances. Also, I feel like you're stabilizing your finances, you know, making them using them better. Also too, I feel like you've been working very hard and you will reap the rewards in this financial, you know, because the Seven of Pentacles is here. When she's here, it's here, it's like it's telling you, you know, you're just trying to find a way to make this money work for you, which is very nice. I feel like you still got to save some kind of money whenever you can. Okay. I feel like you need to let go of anything that you've been like dealing with, like anything from the past. It's time to let it go. And I do feel like you guys are moving forward from that. You have the Knight of Cups here. And why is the Knight of Cups here for Saggies? One more card. Wow. Okay. Oh. Okay, so you're definitely in this mode where you're like, you know, you're not dealing with anything anymore. The drama, you know, everything is just changing for you. I feel like you're definitely you're gonna walk away from something because it's in your mind. You know, you just don't want to do it anymore because you're tired. You know, I feel also too that for some of you guys, not only are you gonna walk away, but you're going on this spiritual journey, which, you know, you're connecting the dots. You know, like you're understanding everything, all this intuitive stuff that's coming out, all these, like you're being very guided, and it's like it's making sense now. I feel with the Star card, I feel like for you to keep, you know, your optimism, I feel like, you know, to keep your hope, your faith, you're going to be feeling renewed, you know, rejuvenated. You're going to be feeling better, you know, because you're starting to go through this healing now, and you're letting go of a lot of things. I feel like there is some kind of beautiful blessing that's trying to come in for you, but I feel like you're very exhausted also. Like you're tired, you know, you're been through a lot, Saggies. Through the beginning of the year through now, you know, you've been through a lot. Ups and downs, and, you know, trying to figure things out. And I feel like you just need to take time to rest now. Okay. So really try to nurture yourself. Wow. And then you have the Three of Cups. And why is the Three of Cups here for Saggies? One more card. Okay. Wow. Wow. You have the Lover's card here and the Eight of Swords. So, like I said, you know, you have a lot of support from your friends and family. You know, there's a togetherness here. You know, that's what you want. You want that support from your family. You want it from your friends and family, whatever it is, whatever it is. It's like you want that support. You know, I feel like there is support that you have. You know, you're just not really seeing it. I feel like you're going to get together with your friends and family. I feel like there's some kind of celebration coming through. You also have the Lover's card here, and the Lover's card is saying that, you know, trust the process and everything, but really speak your truth and what you're feeling, you know, like what you want to get across. You know, I've been saying this in almost every reading. They've been getting the Lover's card, and it's about communication. You know, it's about communication is key. It's definitely key. You need to start speaking about what you feel, about what you're feeling, the truth, you know, because it really makes things move. Okay. So, and because you have also to the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is like, it's telling me that you're feeling like, you know, sometimes you can't move forward. Sometimes you can't speak your truth. Sometimes you can't, sometimes you feel like you're just like in the same place over and over, and like you're not moving. And sometimes you wonder, am I in the right place? You know, is this supposed to be in the right place? You know, and you are, no matter what, you're supposed to be where you're supposed to be. Okay. But have better communication with your significant other, whoever it is that you're dealing with. It could be brother, it could be family, whatever it is. Have better communication and just trust that things are going to start moving. But you need to start speaking your truth and what you're feeling and what you want. You have the Strength card here. And why is the Strength card here and what you need to work on? From a card. So you have the Page of Cups and you have the Eight of Cups. Wow. It's almost like this one. It's crazy. Okay, so there's definitely something here that you want to walk away from. You don't know how, but you know that you need to. I feel with the Page of Cups that there's going to be a lot of messages coming in. I feel like you need to really follow your heart and let it lead you, with your intuition. And I feel like you need to find your courage and your strength, even though you're afraid, even though you feel like, you're afraid to move that needle, sometimes we need to, because that's how we go forward. But I definitely feel like you need to find your confidence and your courage about that. And I feel like you need to pay attention to all these dreams, the dreams that you're having, the messages that are coming through, like the guidance from your number angels, like the 222, 333, 444, stuff like that. Look them up. It may not be the first message, but it's one of those messages that you're going to come across and you're going to say, this one's for me. This is what they're trying to tell me. You're going to know because you're very intuitive. And I also feel with the Eight of Cups here that you're definitely leaving something behind, because you have it here twice. And when we get the Eight of Cups twice, it doesn't mean that we're not, that we're going to stay put. We're leaving something. And I also feel, like I said, a lot of you guys are going through this spiritual journey. And then not only that, but you're waking up, because the Judgment is here. The Eight of Cups is here. You're being very intuitive and you're being very guided. The divine is watching over you. And then you have the Six of Cups down here for the outcome. And why is the Six of Cups here for the Sagittarius? One more card. Wow. So you have the World card again, and you have the Moon card, which is very interesting. So we're in the new moon right now. We're in the Gemini new moon. So just know that. You have the Six of Cups, and the Six of Cups is talking about being very nostalgic. You're going through a healing also, but I feel like you're really thinking about the past and everything that has conspired about it. But I feel like it's just a healing, because you got to deal with all these emotions that are coming up from it. And I feel like you just, to let it come up, like I say, let it come up, because that's the only way you're going to heal. That's the only way you're going to move forward, because you're releasing all that. You do have the Moon card, and the Moon card is saying that, you're very uncertain about the future. You don't know where you're going. You can't see the future. You can't see what's up ahead, and you feel like, for some reason, I feel like you're not really, it's like you're uncertain about it, like you're not really seeing things clearly, but you will, you will, because you're very intuitive and you're being very guided. Okay. No matter what, you will see it. And then you have the World card, and there is that new cycle that's coming in, because you're going through all this, and you're moving to the next level, because it's here. You have it here twice. So be ready. It's definitely a very nice reading. I know that there's a lot of stuff that you're going through, but you definitely need to go through all this, because it's going to push you forward. You are changing within you and around you. You're being very divinely guided. You are going through a healing. Keep your faith, keep your optimism, be positive about things, because there is happiness here. I also feel like you need to take care of yourself better. Okay. Trust the process, you guys. Okay. All right. So Saggies, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will definitely see you next time. God bless.